Welcome to Bologna in Italy, game day 2 of EuroBasket Women 2025, and it does not get any bigger than this. Italy going up against Slovenia. If Italy win, they will book their place in the quarterfinals in Athens, and Slovenia will be eliminated. It is do or die. Slovenia must win today. My name's Mark Mills, I'm your play-by-play commentator for today's game. Joining me courtside, former WNBA star, current member of the Connecticut Suns coaching staff, Kristen Mann. Kristen, has Group B lived up to the hype that we gave it before?
Absolutely. We've had 3 great games already. I'm so excited for this matchup tonight.
Yeah, another big game earlier today. Lithuania were able to scramble their way to a win against Serbia, 74-63. That sees them top the table right now, 2-0. Lithuania will be cheering on Italy, because if Italy win, then Lithuania and Italy will both be in the quarterfinals. The Serbians tuning in, you need to get behind Slovenia, because they are your hope of keeping your EuroBasket women's dreams alive. So Slovenia now being introduced. Jessica Shepherd, huge game. Who's going to step up alongside her today, though? Well,
Jessica Shepherd will probably continue with her double-double as she did yesterday. She had 25 points, 18 rebounds. 7 of those were offensive rebounds. However, she definitely needs help, so I expect Oblak and Lisa to step it up today. They were, I don't want to say non-factors, but they were not themselves yesterday.
Absolutely, they weren't where they need to be. And now all attention turns to the other side of the floor with a bumper crowd here in Bologna to welcome Italy to the floor. The Italians came away with a win yesterday, but they were made to work unbelievably hard for that win. Do you think that challenge that they faced in game day 1 helps them or hinders them here in game day 2?
Absolutely. They gave up a 15-point lead early. It was like in the 4th quarter almost. Might have panicked a little bit, but they held their ground, and I definitely think that's going to give them confidence going into this game. They know what they have to do to get this win.
A big 40 minutes of basketball ahead of us. We'll have a break here in commentary now as we will head courtside for the national anthems. First, we'll have the national anthem of Slovenia, which will then be followed by the national anthem of Italy. We'll be back shortly with our commentary.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, we invite to stand. Signore e signori, se siete abili, invitiamo ad alzarvi in piedi per the National Anthem of Slovenia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please remain standing. Signore e signori, cortesemente, se siete abili, rimanete in piedi per l'inno nazionale italiano.
Well, I think we're all definitely ready for a huge game of international basketball now. Both national anthems setting the scene perfectly. Coach Capobianco heads the other end of the floor, shaking hands with Coach Nikiolakos. And the players exchange gifts on the half as well. Both teams will now lock in and get ready for what is a huge 40 minutes of basketball for Italy. A win sees them in the quarterfinals, sees them heading to Athens, catching a flight on Sunday. For Slovenia, it is do or die. They have to win today. A big, big ask. Here are your officials for today's game. We have Michal Kroc, Paula Marquez, and Ivor Matijek from Poland, Portugal, and Czechia, respectively. They look ready to go. I know I certainly am as well. Looking at this Slovenian team now, we know they've got the talent. We're going to jump in and have a look at their starting five. Who are the big names? Who are the ones that will lead them to the desperate win that they need?
I mean, Jessica Shepard for sure, but like I said, Taya Oblak and Ava Lisets really struggled yesterday. Lisets still had 11 points, but really a slow start for their entire team. You know, they really struggled offensively. After that, you know, I think they kind of found their groove a little bit, but Jessica Shepard can't do everything by herself. She had 25 and 18 rebounds. That is insane, insane numbers. So, yeah, I expect those are my big three.
Yeah, no real surprise that Jessica Shepard has been picked out as our star player. Played at Anathinaikos last year. Just recently announced she'll be here in Italy next year playing for Skio. That is a big acquisition for them. Any Skio fans tuning in, you are in for a hell of a time. Former Skio head coach, Coach Nikiolakos, making the move to Turkey. He'll be head coach of Mersin next year. A few sliding doors moments, but he has a big job ahead of him as well today to get his team lifted back up from that disappointment yesterday. As for Italy, here's their starting five. Pick this one apart, maybe a deeper roster here than the Slovenians have.
Yeah, but it starts with Zanda Licini. She was fantastic last night. Where are my stats here? There we go, 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. Monster game for her. She really set the tone for them and came up big when they needed a bucket in that fourth quarter. So I expect nothing than another huge performance by her this evening.
Yeah, another player recently signed in Skio, so Zanda Licini and Shepard will be on the same team next year. That could be an interesting game today. Will they fall out before they've even really met? But we will wait to see. But yeah, Zanda Licini, what a player, unbelievable. I'm sure Coach Capobianco there is more than happy to have an on-form Cecilia Zanda Licini in his roster for him to utilise. Okay, we're under a minute away from our opening tip-off here in the second game of game day 2 here in Group B of Bologna. While we have a moment, if you have your phones to hand, grab hold of them, go to your app store, download the official EuroBasket Women app on Android, iOS, completely free, your perfect companion for these games. How important in your mind is the opening 2 or 3 minutes to get to this game? Setting the tone for Italy, maybe getting the crowd involved, for Slovenia quieting the crowd. How big is this first few phases?
You said it perfectly. I think Italy needs to continue to lean on this crowd, this home crowd for sure. Again, like I said, through the highs and lows. But Slovenia they need to come out stronger. That's like without a doubt. Last game they really struggled from the tip, and yeah, I'm hoping to see a different start for them.
Okay, moments away from our opening tip. Slovenia, their 5 just taking a last-minute huddle before they come to the floor.
They also struggled with fouls. Slovenia last game, Oblak was on the bench for quite some time. I think it's really important that she sets the tone right from the get-go.
And we're underway here in Bologna. Game day 2 of Group B as Italy go up against Slovenia. An early 3 isn't on track for Lisits, but will go again. Oblak now, ball in hand. Little hesitation, jumps inside. Key stays with her, but the foul's going to be called. Oblak going early and aggressive.
Yeah, I think that's a great start for her. I think it's very important that they make these free throws. Slovenia really struggled last game. They were 7 for 14, only shooting 50%. It's kind of been the story of the day, free throws, or this tournament a little bit.
It has had a bit of a theme running through it so far. And Black hits the first, obviously. Praha's captain leading them to their first EuroLeague women's title for many a year. She makes a move as well, though. She's off to Galatasaray in the new season, so new pastures, new challenges for Theo Black, but right now she's locked in to lead her country, hopefully to a win here today. Zandalasini. Keys for three at the top. Oh, Jasmine Keys ranged the three, and she really is the epitome of that stretch four.
Absolutely, that's her bread and butter, is knocking down those threes.
Friškovec dumps it inside and gets the two to roll, and this is a brighter, more confident start from Slovenia.
Yeah, she did a nice job embracing the contact on that drive.
Zandalasini for three. A big three ball over the top of Siuka.
You don't want to open that door.
No, a little welcome to Bologna for Siuka there. Oh, Black for three in the slot. Just about takes a layer of paint off the rim and not much else. Maybe a little rushed from Theo Black that time.
Might have been a little rushed. She immediately put her hand up saying, my bad. I think she knows she could have gotten a better shot.
Verona inside to Kubai. Oh, lovely slip screen from Keys, whips it to the corner. Three goes up, doesn't go down. Lasits boxes out beautifully against Kubai. Oh, Black, beautiful pick and roll.
Pass.
Shepherd with her first points of the game.
I hope we get to see more of that duo, two-man game between Oblak and Shepherd.
Could be one of the best partnerships in the entire tournament. Kubai for three comes up short. Both teams settling for shots early here. Siuka attacks the basket. Comes back out. Oblak with a little lob inside, and that is bread and butter for the 1-2 punch from Slovenia.
That connection was definitely missing last game. Looks like they've found their rhythm right now. It's two possessions back to back.
Keys inside, strong defense from Lasits. Grabs the loose ball rebound as well. Knocked out of bounds by Kubai. Baseline ball for Slovenia.
If I'm Slovenia, I go back to that pick and roll at some point in this next possession. It's been money for them the last two possessions.
Friškovec hands it away. Gets it back, quick release for the three. It's an air ball. It was perfectly on track, just a little heavy-handed. It's going to be an interesting battle.
I was thinking the same thing.
I'd say the two most physical players in this group.
As soon as I saw Kubai trying to post up, I was like, oh man, this is going to be interesting. Let me get my popcorn.
Straight away, Kubai heading to the free throw line. I didn't jinx her. I was thinking it though. She didn't miss a free throw yesterday.
Oh, you wanted to say it.
I thought it, but didn't say it, and I jinxed her even telepathically.
Oh man.
Doesn't get the second either. Lasits grabs her third rebound of the game. Here's the pick and roll again. Pass denied. Help from Zandalasini this time. Friškovec goes up against Sprefico. Friškovec taking to the school a little bit on that play.
Yeah, that was a nice step back to create space for her to get that open shot.
Verona drops it inside. Kubai and the pick and roll. The favor is returned.
Yeah.
Black now, and there's the pick and roll again.
My
Italy
goodness.
right now unable to stop that pick and roll.
They got to keep going to that, man.
What was it that Lithuania were doing yesterday that stopped that from working?
I don't know if they ever did it, to be honest.
I think they tried it. I think Lithuania play far more physical defense.
You know what it was? They were in a drop.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Their bigs were more packed in the paint.
Friškovec glides inside. Great recovery defense by Keys. Verona to Sprefico. Gets it back, wide open. Verona on the wing. Rains down the three.
Nice.
Costanza Verona.
She's definitely more of a facilitator, but is capable of knocking down the open three when necessary.
Siuka now puts the ball on the floor. Friškovec on target, but short this time. She was long last time, short this time.
That means the third time.
Third time's a dream.
Yeah.
Patience here from Italy, running their offense, knowing that it will deliver them a jumper. Certainly helps when you've got Zandalacini as an option. Mid-range two, rattles in, rattles out, and rattles back in again. Heavily contested shot, but Zandalacini makes it look pretty easy right now. First of the game for her. Sorry, second field goal of the game for her. Foul's going to be called. Sprefico's called for the foul. A triple change here from coach Capo Bianco. We're going to see Madera, Santucci, and Trimboli come into the game. Out of the game comes Sprefico, Keys, and Verona. Friškovec now inside. Oisits, little short two. Heavy-handed. Shepard just has bionic arms. They kind of extend and go a little bit further to rip down rebounds.
It's crazy.
Look how physical she is in the box out, though, to be fair.
Always constantly getting her hands on the ball.
Italy with a 1-point lead, a little over 3.5 minutes in what has been a brisk first quarter.
Ooh.
Madera, shoulder shake and comes up short. Oh, long outlet pass, that was brave by Oisits. Deflected out of bounds by Kubai. There's the three-quarter court heave pass to Shepard. Slovenia ball on the sideline. Oisits, little step in, step back, comes up short.
She's still trying to struggle to find that first field goal.
Trimboli splits the defense. Zandalacini at the top will put it up. Zandalacini will make it rain. She has picked up where she left off yesterday.
She even double pumped on that shot. Wow.
O'Black goes all the way through. Zandalacini on the defensive end putting in a shift as well. Santucci straight to the hole. Comes up short on the reverse layup. Deflected by Madera. Italy playing with pace at the moment. Free-flowing game. Santucci at the top for three. Snatched at it a little.
Slovenia got lucky on that one. It took them a really long time to get matched up defensively.
Shepard now hands it away. Jellens. Oh, Black just about gets the pass into Lisits, but it's stripped away. Italy certainly looked stronger in the final couple of minutes of this first quarter. Xander Lassini, lane opens up, puts the brakes on, steps back. Xander Lassini has entered autopilot already here in this game.
Beautiful. Her ability to stop on a dime and then be able to just jump like that and get that shot off like, whew.
Black now to Shepard. Shepard, little mid-range two, rolls it home for two. Jessica Shepard, the consistent force within that Slovenian team. 8 points for her, perfect 4 from 4 from the field. Teo Black will pick up a foul as she reaches in on Santucci. First foul of the game for O'Black. Double change for Slovenia, as we'll see. In fact, triple change. We'll see Siuka come back into the game. We'll also see Debaliak, and we'll also see the first minutes of the tournament for 19-year-old sensation Leia Bartelmi.
Oh, that's right. She did not get any playing time yesterday.
She did not. I've been fortunate to commentate in the junior EuroBaskets, and my goodness me, is she a hard-nosed, old-school baller. She plays the game with real passion.
She's currently at Maryland University, correct?
Yeah. It's your first time seeing her. I don't think it will be your last. Another one of the young superstars we're seeing break through here in Bologna. The list is long.
Yeah, it is. Safe to say it's her first EuroBasket as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got Zita and Popovic in game one. We've got Siuka, Bartelmi in this game. No super young players in the Italian roster. Youngest player is Madeira at 24. In fact, to be fair, no super old players in this Italian roster. You could see this 12 playing the next 4 or 5 EuroBaskets together.
They've only got one player over 30.
Yeah. Santucci now attacking Bartelmi, trying to give her a welcome to the big stage. Pan isn't coming to the game, elbow jumper. Beautiful play by Pan, and another one of those support players, those role players who are crucial in this Italian team. Foul's going to be called on Santucci as she just pulls on the hip of Bartelmi. Verona is going to come into the game. Santucci comes out.
That was Santucci's first foul, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I think Capobianco's going to try and exploit the youth, though, of Bartelmi. That's why Verona's come back in. Now she'll back out against Madeira. Certainly doesn't lack confidence. Comes up short, though. Siuka fighting for possession, throws herself to the floor. But the shot clock will run out as Siuka scrambles hard, and respect to Aisha Siuka. She did not give up on that play.
Yeah, she really struggled last game. I think it's part of her youth, a little bit of growing pains, but definitely has a lot of talent. Played this year in France for Tarbes. They made it to the finals, actually.
Yeah, very impressive year for Tarbes. Very impressive. Verona now brings it up over the half. Harassed by Bartelmi, backcourt violation. That is why she's on the floor.
Wow.
Look at Coach Nikiolakis jumping up and down. That is why she's on the floor. She might not get many minutes, so use every ounce of energy while you've got it.
As you should when you're 18, 19 years old.
Absolutely. Ivanovic hands it away to Siuka. Luka trying to find a way through. Madeira standing in front of her. Jelens with a big three ball. That is a quick swing to close out the first quarter. Slovenia ended on a high. However, Italy still hold the lead. There's the three raining down from Moitse Jelens. But at the end of the first quarter, Italy in control of this one. It's Italy 22, Slovenia 17. Well, as we have had in the first three games, an interesting first quarter. Not a lot between these two, a real roller coaster seesaw game so far. What are you taking out of that first quarter of action?
I mean, Slovenia continues to struggle offensively outside of Jessica Shepard. I thought they started out strong with that little two-man game with her and Oblak. If they can get back to that, I think it'll put them in a good spot to get some early buckets.
So from Slovenia's point of view, giving up 22 points in that first quarter as well, I think because of how they're struggling offensively,
it's not terrible.
But setting up a game where they need to score mid to late 80s
right.
might be too far for them to stretch their offense.
Exactly. I mean, in perspective to last game, they gave up, what, 27, 28?
It's true, they're 5 points better off.
So
the glass is always half full, right?
It's a little bit of an improvement. But yeah, I agree with you. I think defensively, they definitely, if they are going to continue to struggle to score the ball, they have to get stops. They have to continue to put pressure. I liked how aggressive the youngster in Bartome was when she came in. So maybe that'll rub off on her teammates.
If you have your phone to hand, do scan the QR code on the screen to get the Courtside 1891 app, where you can watch live stream, extended highlights, and stay up to date with everything in the world of international basketball. Is it enough from Slovenia's perspective for them to target Xander Lassini? She has 10 of their 22 points at the end of the first quarter. If they can limit her now, if they can really deny her the ball and try and lock her out of the game, is that going to be enough for them?
Might as well try at this point. But they've got some deadly weapons. They've got shooters. Madeira was amazing for them last game, only played 11 minutes and came off the bench scoring back-to-back threes. So
Santucci hands it away to Andre. Trimboli harassed. Madeira off the back of the iron and away. Barthelemy with the rebound, and she'll launch herself down the floor. Allen sets the screen. Foul's going to be called. Patience shown by Slovenia in that possession. Pan called for the foul. Sideline ball now for Slovenia. Jelens to Debeliak. Debeliak tries to find a seam to attack. Shot clock's going to run out. No, it's not. Pan's going to scoop up a loose ball. Santucci back out to Madeira. Foul's going to be called on Jelens.
I think Slovenia is going to have to get Shepard back in here pretty quickly. Definitely missing her presence inside.
First foul,
and maybe somebody else will score for Italy so they can give Xander Lassini a little bit longer rest.
Trimboli shapes up, kicks it to Santucci for three. Back of the iron, spits it away. It's on the floor. Santucci picks it up. All of a spin, finds Pan. Pan's got this size advantage here in this battle. Double team drops in. Olbis Andre now does what she does best. Operates within about 30 centimeters of the bucket and does one of the best jobs in the world of basketball at that roll.
Yeah, great move by her. She split the defense underneath the hoop, laid it in for two.
Barthelemy. Jelens will hand it away. Back inside. Goes to work, shot clock expires. She gets it away in time though. Santucci falling out of bounds, saves possession for Italy, and now Andre is point forward as she brings it up the floor. Down low, Madeira wide open. She snuck around the back door for that one.
Italy did a great job running in transition, confused Slovenia to try and find the right matchups. And they found Madeira wide open underneath.
And Italy now with a 9-point lead, pushing coach Dikiolakos into a timeout. A little under 8 minutes left in this first half, and already Slovenia are gonna have to start making some adjustments.
Hesitate to take the shot. You make one dribble and you stop. I don't need you if you stop. I'm done. Attack the basket. Okay. Okay. Remember this. Okay. Push you down. Remember these 2 things. All right. Let's run a little bit of play. But you have to play defense. I want you to play good defense. Okay.
An important timeout there from coach Dikiolakos.
I think I heard him say, don't hesitate to shoot.
He is definitely that kind of coach. He's much more a positive affirmation kind of coach for sure.
I didn't really feel like anyone was passing up any shots, any open shots, but I'm glad that he put Shepard back in the game.
Yeah, O'Black back
and
in the game,
well,
Shepard
yeah.
back in the game. Back to the starting 5 for Slovenia. There's the pick and roll. Andre does a great job in pushing out though. Siuka won't get the roll. Will have to earn her points the hard way.
It's a great cut by Siuka. Jessica Shepard got double teamed in the low block. It's important for players to continue to move without the basketball to help your teammates.
At the line for 2. Rattles home the first, her first points of the game. She only had 2 points in 22 minutes of action yesterday. Rolls home the second as well. Back to a 7-point game now. Santucci will come out as Verona comes back in. Madeira. Oh, a dangerous pass from Madeira. And instantly, Coach Capobianco is going to punish her and take her out of the game and bring Keys back in. Verona. Trimboli. Bisandre now. Trimboli, short corner 2, comes up short. Friškovec with the easy, uncontested rebound. Third board of the game for her, and Siuka just spills the easiest of passes back to Italy. Verona with the crossover, loses the defense. Won't get the roll though. It all falls kindly to Pan. And Verona backs it out. Fade away. That is a tough shot by Francesca Pan.
She's got 5 points already on the night.
O'Black now, ball in hand. Goes inside, will draw the foul off Verona. And Slovenia just look better offensively when O'Black is the instigator.
Ah, well, she's the head of the snake, in my opinion.
And Xander Lassini, after a 3.5-minute break, is back in the action as Trimboli will head to the bench. Comes back in, and the lead is even bigger than she left it, which from Coach Capobianco's perspective is exactly what he wants to see. Oh, Black misses the first of her 2 free throws. Will hit the second, though. Brings it down to a single-digit deficit. Little 2-2-1 press break needed by Italy. Verona now. Oh, splits the defense. Beautiful play. The pass wasn't quite crisp enough. Pan now will attack the baseline. Verona, corner pocket, little heavy-handed, and Albis-Andre will spill that out of bounds.
I really like the ball movement, though, on that possession. Italy did a nice job sharing the basketball, even though it didn't end the way that they wanted to. Still a good sign for them that everyone's getting touches.
Oh, Black against Verona. Almost stolen away as Andre gets into the passing lane. Kicked out. Big 3 in and out. Shepherd again gets a hand into the rebound, but Xander Lassini will scoop up the loose ball, and a foul is going to be called.
This is exactly what happened yesterday with Siuka. She's committing these fouls on the other side of the court, which are really unnecessary.
First foul of the game for Siuka. Second team foul of the quarter for Slovenia. Xander Lassini. Step back 3 ball, high arcing. I don't even need to tell you what happens. Just listen for the whip of string. Yes. You know Xander Lassini shoots.
It was effortless.
Such beautiful form. The confidence she's got right now as well. It's the most confident I've ever seen her play in this Italian national team. This is a scary proposition for anyone that's going to face Italy. Foul's going to be called on Shepherd. A 12-point game-high lead for Italy forces coach Dikyolakis into using his second and final timeout here in the first half. Still 5 minutes and 10 seconds to play, so it's a bit of a gamble taking your last timeout this early, but what choice does he have? He has to stop the rock and stop it now.
To execute from the very first or the second pick and roll. Move the ball. Be patient. Be patient. If you are not patient, make the turnover. Say. Now, in defense, it's Xander Lassini. Do not go back. We always in her legs. Here. And if she will try, we have slaps. Don't give her space for the shot. I don't want to see that again. Enough. Defense. Okay. 22 up. Stay on 2. It's over. Only for one defense. Only for one defense. Okay.
A very impassioned timeout from coach Dikyolakis. As we see, Kamil Novak, FIBA Executive Director, Europe courtside, amongst many VIPs showing out here to support EuroBasket Women's here in Bologna. Plenty of Italian familiar faces as well. I spy Coach Pizecco, the national men's team coach. We've also got recently injured Matilde Villa sitting on the front row supporting her teammates, and great to see so many people here cheering on the Italian team. Verona. There's the ball denial for Xander Lassini. Siuka chasing her hard. Dumped inside, kicked out now. Good spacing, 3 ball goes up. That hits the shot clock, so will be Slovenian ball. Very impassioned from Coach Dikyolakis. What is he asking his team to do now?
He wants them to be more patient and to share the ball. He doesn't want them to try and attack right when the ball gets over half court. So I don't know if he gave them a solution on what they should run, but let's see if they will listen to coach and try to get a late good shot here.
And a good read in the passing lane by Albis-Andre. And she's running the lane. Shepherd just about returns the favour at the other end. It's going to be a Slovenia ball, though, as it comes off the fingertips of Andre.
I would like to know what Jessica Shepherd's wingspan is.
Limitless, I would suggest. Extendable, maybe potentially what it is.
She is 195.
Yeah.
But man.
Siuka now hands it back to O'Black. Coach Thikiolakis asked for the ball to be moved from side to side. They're doing that. Foul's going to be called on Olbis Andre. This time, a half step too late to get into that passing lane.
Yeah, I think she made the wrong read, to be honest. I thought Friskovets was wide open at the top. But, you know, sometimes it happens that way.
First foul of the game for Olbis Andre. She'll head to the bench. Appreciation from Coach Capobianco as Loretta Kubai comes in her place. And right now, Slovenia leaning heavily on this starting five. They're paying pretty extended minutes right now. O'Black, little hesitation, draws the foul from behind. Zandalasini just caught trying to get involved. Kind of coming from the wrong side on that play to try and get involved.
Yeah, I don't even know if she even really needed to jump.
Little wry smile on Cecilia's face.
Yeah.
I think she gives a knowing nod to the ref saying, yep, I think you're right. I've just seen the replay. I think you might be right. First is good for Taya O'Black. Four minutes to go in this first half. If you're a coach, would you set a number? Do you want to be within single digits or?
I mean, yeah, you always want to keep it as close as possible.
Obviously, ideally, they'd like the lead, but
yeah, well, yeah, but you know, with what is it, 11 points right now, just under 4 minutes. If they can cut it in half going into halftime, I think that's puts them in a pretty decent
ball
position.
on the wing, and that's going to make it a little bit more
That's going to make it harder.
Francesca Passa for three.
Pazza's not really known for her three-point shooting. She's more of a driver, so I guess that's a good sign for Italy.
Yeah, only played 7 minutes yesterday, came away without a point. O'Black, the long two. And Taya O'Black continues to look a little bit off form right now.
Yeah, I kind of wish these players would stop whining or trying to get calls from referees and just continue to play through the physicality. Because I feel like that last shot by O'Black was a little bit late. She could have taken it maybe a dribble earlier.
Passa catches Taya O'Black asleep.
There's that speed I was talking about.
And Italy continue to take their time. Kubai, low post. Against Lisic. Comes up against a brick wall in the shape of Ava Lisic, and other end of the floor. Shepherd misses a layup. She was a little too deep under the bucket that time. A rare miss by Jessica Shepherd.
Yeah, I think she just rushed her shot a little bit. She probably could have taken a crab dribble, get better position.
Keys for three on the wing, and it rolls home. Another three ball, second triple of the game for Jasmine Keys. And that moves Italy to 8 from 15 for three today.
Yeah.
Unbelievable percentage from outside. We saw no three-pointers in game one by half. And here we've already had 9. 8 of them coming from Italy, though, to be fair. Friškovec comes up short, slightly off right as well. Slovenia just looking a little bit deflated and potentially a little defeated right now.
They probably are. I think they struggled with this yesterday in the first half as well, and they were able to make a comeback in the second half.
Zandalasini, corner pocket three. She's short, though. She'll go again. No, she won't.
She thought about it.
The crowd
she really thought about it.
Foul's going to be called Coach Dikyolakos not happy, and he's going to pick himself up a technical foul, and he needs to be careful. Another one, and he'll be tossed out of the game. The officials usually give you a little bit of time to calm yourself down before they throw a second technical at you. That's what he gets the technical foul for. So Xander Lassini heads to the line for the bonus, with Italy leading by 17 in a relatively low-scoring game right now.
Yeah, I think that last play is kind of, it's putting Siuka in a difficult position. She's not super physical, and Kubai is the complete opposite. So I think she did the best that she could, and clearly coach doesn't agree.
Xander Lassini, 15 points, 5 from 6 from the field, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. A monster stat line coming
she's on track.
Way.
She's on track to have another double-double.
Catch and shoot passer for 3.
Get out of here.
Raining 3 balls here in Bologna. Slovenia being put to the sword right now in front of this fanatical home support. Kriškovec hands it away. Zvanovic jumped inside. Lisic stolen away by Jasmine Keys. Both ends of the floor right now. Italy are the real deal. Foul's going to be called. Zvanovic will be called for the foul as Asa is having a game.
Yeah, I thought that was a really smart play by her. She's normally known for her speed and ability to drive to the basket. She just hit 2 threes. She baited that defender to come out to a strong closeout, and she attacked the basket.
Lisic will come out of the game as Jelits comes back in. Xander Lassini will get an extended halftime break as we see Francesca Pan replace her on the floor. Italian fans showing some appreciation for Cecilia Xander Lassini. 14 points. Pasa takes her personal tally up to 7 now.
Pasa didn't get much playing time yesterday, just 7 minutes.
In and out with the second, though, knocked out of bounds by Keys, so it'll be Slovenia ball on the baseline. Another change, we'll see Tremboli come into the game, and Costanza Verona head to the bench. 50 seconds left in this first half, a first half that's been dominated by the Azzurri. Shepherd pivoting, going strong. Kubai and Shepherd, neither of those players will back down from a physical battle. Look at this. It's like 1992 all over again. I love it.
It's honestly, in my opinion, it's not bad defense. The thing with Jessica Shepherd, she's going to use multiple fakes and do whatever she can to get a shot up. So it's a little bit about knowing your personnel.
First is good for Shepherd. First trip to the free throw line for Jessica Shepherd tonight. No real surprise, she's the leading scorer for Slovenia, has 9. Pasa now. Oh, beautiful interchange. Pan won't take the shot, she steps in. That's another smart play by Francesca Pan.
Beautiful basketball, great ball movement. It went from east to west, making the defense move and rotate.
Patelny hands it away. Friškovec hands it back to her. She gets a 3 away, and it's off left. Just pulled at the shot, rushed it, but understandably so. 0.1 seconds left on the first half clock. She really was left with no choice. What a tough first half this has been for Slovenia. How do they pick themselves up off the back of this? Trimboli with the heave from the half. Oh my
gosh.
God, that almost took the roof off the arena here if she nailed that one. But what a first 20 minutes of basketball from Italy. They almost haven't put a foot wrong so far in this game. And at the half, it's Italy 45, Slovenia 22. A lot of work in the halftime locker room for Coach Vikiolakis and his coaching team to deal with. Look at those stats, so 53% from outside from Italy in that first half. They win in the rebounding battle, 14 assists, only 2 turnovers. Is there anything that Italy could do better? I'm not sure there is right now.
I'm not sure at this point. I mean, they have a great lead. They started great. Zandalicini with 14, and everyone's kind of playing their part. You've got people who've come off the bench that hit big shots. It's really been a team effort, even though Zandalicini is the only one that's in double figures.
Yeah, 8 of the 12 Italian players already on the scorebook. Defensively, holding Slovenia to just 22. There are your key players. They are the key players. Zandalicini with 14 points, raining the threes. Jessica Shepherd doing what she can right now for Slovenia, but she needs reinforcement.
She needs reinforcement, and I think they're doing a great job keeping her off of the offensive rebounds. She doesn't have 1 rebound this game, which is insane. Last game, she had 18. And 7 of those were offensive rebounds. So I think that was clearly a focal point for Italy coming into this matchup. Try and keep her off the glass, and they've done a great job doing that.
At the half, Italy will be all smiles in that locker room. They are 20 minutes away as it stands from booking their place in the quarterfinals, booking their spot on the plane to Athens. As for Slovenia, they are 20 minutes away from potentially exiting, making their final game here in Bologna kind of a dead rubber to a certain degree. There'll be ranking points and things like that available, which is always helpful because it makes your qualifications easier, but that is not where they saw themselves being. It's not where I saw Slovenia being, if I'm honest, so a huge 20 minutes from both sides of the court now.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more with you.
A rounded performance from this Italian team. Every player playing their part, leaning into their roles, stepping up when the opportunity arises. And could this be Italy's year? This is definitely a far superior Italian team than I saw in Tel Aviv 2 years ago in the group stage, so maybe.
Still plenty of time left, though. I mean, Slovenia did a great job last game, trying to make a comeback, so.
Okay, at the half, it's Italy 45, Slovenia 22.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Black with a little whip around past the Shepherd. And the tempo of the game is starting to grow again.
And another jump shot, this time rattling it in. Salon. See how they are coming out of the timeout. Schwartz couldn't quite get hold of it. Moscata open. Got it! A three-pointer. must have gone from a very nervous moment in this game to leading by 7. Pointer! Her second big three-pointer in the last few minutes. Oh, nice spin and block from behind. Great work from Switzerland. Beautiful pass. What a finish.
What a defensive effort, a 5-player defensive effort, and then getting out and running, unselfish basketball.
Laboskiena inside, good defensive stand. Where's the ball? It's back in the hands of the Lithuanians. Oh, my goodness me! What a time to hit a three! Sinishkaita, ice in her veins.
Unbelievable shot.
Oh, what a pass. How has Nogic found a way through with that pass? Djordjevic with the 2. Go back to work, though, rejected. Yatsita read it well. Goes coast to coast off the glass. Juste Yatsita.
What a shot. You don't see the younger generation using the backboard that much anymore.
Zandalasini wants to go coast to coast. Spin move. Cecilia Zandalasini.
Almost a layup off that. And look at that. Shecker gets fouled, puts it up and in. And her veteran leadership is really coming to the fore. Look at that. Bernice did a great job recovering, but then just because of the reach
at the end, yeah.
Whether she got her or not, oftentimes you see the reach just leads to the foul. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own countries, but also in the international basketball world.
Welcome back to Bologna. Welcome back to Group B of the EuroBasket Women 2025 action. We're at the halfway stage here. Italy leading Slovenia 45-22. From Slovenia's perspective, once again, is Jessica Shepherd leading the way.
She is, but she is struggling getting some rebounds, and I think they've done a great job. It's been clearly a focal point for them to keep her off the glass. She's got 0 rebounds tonight.
That's as much as the scoreline is important, that tells you a huge amount about this game, that they've done a job to isolate what was probably the most dominant player across every game yesterday. She's not having the impact she had.
Yeah, she's really, I don't want to say she's struggling, but her bread and butter is getting those offensive rebounds, and I mean, they've done a fantastic job really containing her and limiting those second chance opportunities for Slovenia.
So she leads with 9 points. Slovenia have been struggling a little offensively, as you would expect for Jessica Shepherd. Her shot chart is all around the bucket, not much more. She hit a 3 yesterday, but her money is earned down in the paint, in the trenches, doing the hard work right now. Italy are doing a good job, the likes of Kubai locking her down. Pretty easy to predict who was going to be the leading scorer for Italy. I think you wouldn't get very good odds on this one. Cecilia Zandalasini, 14 points at the half, 3 from 4 from downtown, and she just looks like she is absolutely loving it here in Bologna.
She's 1,000% in her comfort zone right now. I mean, 5 for 6 in 14 points in 14 minutes. If she stays on that route, a point per minute, holy cow.
Yeah, that's a scary ratio. From Slovenia's perspective, does it come down to that? Do we try, is the first thing to try and shut Zandalasini out of the game, or are there problems much broader than that?
You've got 2 options. You can either try to shut her down completely and let everybody else score, or you take everybody else away and let her go off for 40.
There is Xander Lassini's shot chart. Lots of green dots, very few red, as usual for Cecilia Zandassini. Just one missed field goal attempt in the entire first half. Expecting the same again in the second half. Right now, Italy in the driver's seat. And just remember, a win here today for Italy books them on the flight to Athens. They will be in the quarterfinals. If Slovenia lose today, that would mean they cannot progress out of the group stages. That is how big a game we have here this evening in Bologna. Slovenia now have to throw everything that they've got at this game. Their big players have to now step up. The likes of Lisic and Oblak have to stand up and be counted in this second half.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know where they are, but they need to show up now because they've got 20 minutes left to do so. You know, I thought Oblak had a great start of the game, getting to the free throw line, had that great two-man game in the pick and roll with Shepard. They've kind of gone away from that. That could also be because Italy did a great job defending it. They made adjustments. But Lisic has definitely struggled so far in this competition. Did kind of the same thing yesterday in the first half and then ended up with 11 points. So hopefully that's what will happen for Slovenia, but they need some scoring, they need help.
Yeah, Slovenia showed, though, they have the ability to turn the tap on. We saw it, like you say, game day one. They conceded 27, I think, in the first quarter. Were really struggling. And then the second half, it felt like a different Slovenia came to the floor. I'm sure that's what Coach Dikiolakis and his coaching team have kind of been asking for that team going, let's ignore that first half happened and let's almost go 0-0, go again and see how far we can push this game now.
I mean, you kind of have to, right? This is a must-win game for them. They've got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose, but everything to lose.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
they can't, you're not going to get everything back in one possession. They have to take it in small increments, you know, try to limit, you know, to cut the lead down to half by the 5-minute mark and then go from there. But, you know, they need to get to the free throw line to get the clock to stop, to have that be on their side. They need some offensive rebounding to get more second chance points. All sorts of things.
There's lots of avenues for them to get back into this
Absolutely.
game. It's not like they're playing at their pinnacle
and
still losing the game. They're nowhere near firing at the level they can produce.
Yeah, and I think they know that it's been 2 games now where they've kind of dug themselves in a little hole. And now it's up to them to crawl out of it. So we will see.
We will see. So earlier today, we had a big win for Lithuania. They are watching on keenly, I'm sure, back at their hotel.
Sure.
They are tuned into courtside 1891. There'll be no two ways about that.
Probably with beer in hand.
And more than likely, potentially, if Italy win here today, it's Italy and Lithuania who will progress through to the quarterfinals. They will go head-to-head to find out in game day 3 which of them goes through with top seeding, which could be huge.
Absolutely.
When you look at the other side of the group, and right now you would be looking at France and Greece as the top 2 teams, potentially Turkey. So you do not want to face that top team. I'm not maybe prejudging, but it's likely to be France, potentially could be France. Maybe you'd like to avoid France in the quarterfinals if you can.
I think that's a good plan, to avoid France in the quarterfinals.
I'd ideally like to, but maybe we're jumping ahead of ourselves here. Still 20 minutes to play in this one. Slovenia have the talent, they have the experience, they certainly have the coaches to get them back into this game. But they're going to have to start that comeback pretty much from the first play of this second half.
Yeah, they got to get stops and scores and just take it possession by possession. They can't get ahead of themselves. And then you start to get frantic and you start to go down this windy road of doubt and all sorts of stuff. So I think they got to remain cool, calm, and collected and just keep fighting.
Looks like Verona, Costanza Verona, Coca has her own fan club just behind the Italian bench. They've unfurled a massive banner, the Coca fan club, so she has her own section of the crowd just for Costanza Verona. But if you have your phones to hand, please do scan the QR code on the screen, download the official EuroBasket Women app, available on Android, iOS, completely free of charge and stuffed full of great content. Please do download that app. Italian 5 come back to the floor first. We're going to see Verona, Parsa, Keys, Xander Lassini and Kubai. Looks like Parsa has earned herself a few more minutes in the rotation. And
I mean, she got 7 minutes last game, and today she's got 7 points in 4.5 minutes. I would say she's earned it.
I think so. Now the Slovenia 5 come back to the floor. They've lent heavily on their starting 5 throughout that first half. Let's see who comes back to the floor. It is going to be the starting 5. We're going to see Siuka, Shepherd, Lisits, O'Black and Friškovec.
Friškovec, she's also somebody who's been very quiet this game. She had 17 points last game. She did shoot 6 for 20. And she is kind of struggling right now. Has only taken 6 shots. But she's somebody who's very capable to catch fire. I think she just needs to see 1 3-point basket go in, and who knows what could happen.
I also think what you need to do is position her on the same side as Shepherd. So when the ball goes into Shepherd and the defense collapses, she's got that instant kick out. Second half underway here in Bologna. A huge 20 minutes of basketball. Do or die time for Slovenia. They must win this game to keep their hopes alive. Friškovec.
There we go!
The crystal ball that you brought with you has paid off.
I should be a coach. I'm just kidding.
That's what I've heard people at Connecticut Sun say.
Yeah.
Jasmine Keys now hands it to Xander Lassini. Keys, mid-range 2. Off left, Shepherd.
First rebound.
Launch herself down the floor. Friškovec won't be given the space this time. Down low, Lisits will be fouled by Verona. Verona had no interest in playing defense in the post against Lisits.
Good heads up by O'Black. I think she noticed the mismatch before Lisits. She was like, hey, get down there, buddy.
Verona picks up the foul. That's her second of the game. The 2 main point guards for Italy both on 2 as Friškovec now on a 5-point run here in this second half. This is exactly what Slovenia needed to see in the opening stages. Xander Lassini. Whipped across to the weak side, Passer.
Shepherd and Kubai fighting.
Dives inside, not this time. Shepherd picks up her second rebound of the game.
Oh.
Almost stolen away, Passer getting in there, great play, and a kick ball, so it's going to be Italian ball.
Yeah, she just kind of lost sight of Pazza on the left side.
Off the heel of Shepherd, good call by the officials. Sideline ball, Verona comes out, Santucci comes in. Kubai.
Ooh, I thought she was going to pull that.
Xander Lassini backs it out and dribbles it out of bounds as Friškovec does a great job on just applying the right amount of pressure.
Yep.
Shepherd to Siuka. Catch and shoot, Friškovec, not this time. Kubai tries to shepherd it out. Oh, Black almost manages to get it back, but Italy will pour down the floor. No one's at home. Parsa with the easy 2.
Wow, Slovenia just did not see Pazza at all.
Shepherd to Siuka. Italy starting to find a little bit more rhythm in the second half. Friškovec having her hands all over this third quarter so far. Siuka, step back, jumper, no good. Rebound is a scramble. Xander Lassini scoops up the loose ball.
I actually think that was Siuka's first shot attempt of the game.
She's been on the court 15.5 minutes. And that may be what Coach Kikiolakis was talking about in that timeout. If you're going to be on the floor, you need to create some shot attempts, right? Keys. Consistency is the key for Jasmine Keys.
It's so nice having a stretch four. It really opens everything up, especially when you're knocking down those shots. It's going to open everything in the key for Italy.
Foul called. Sideline ball now for Slovenia. Verona will come in. Santucci will come out as she picks up her third foul of the game. Foul's going to be called on Passa. First foul of the game for her. Third team foul of the quarter for Italy, though. Potentially some free throw opportunities coming Slovenia's way. They're 7 from 10 so far this evening. Black into Shepherd, attacks the baseline. Kubai stays with her. Great defense by Lorella Kubai. Verona inside to Kubai, a confident Italian team right now. Kubai slides past Shepherd for the two.
She did a really nice job taking her time, using every dribble to gain a little bit more space closer to the basket.
Knocked away, Keys will bring it down the floor. Stolen back by O'Black. Scrappy phase of basketball here. O'Black will go all the way.
Wow.
And draw the foul off Lorella Kubai. Looks like a bit of a get out of jail free, because even if that wasn't a foul, trying to throw it over your shoulder is a tough shot.
Yeah, she should have just went straight up instead of swiping that right hand.
Beautiful play by Lorella Kubai and a big fist pump by Coach Capobianco. Kubai picks up her second foul, though. O'Black heads to the line. Italy with a 24-point lead right now. Make that 23. Slovenia have dug themselves a very big hole to get out of. Yeah. 2 from 2 from the line for O'Black. All her points tonight have come from the free throw line. Stolen away, Lisitz. Hands it back to Shepherd. Siuka gets a shot away, hits a three, Aisha Siuka.
She needed that as badly as Slovenia needed that one.
Maybe that might start the turn of the tide. Verona trying to find a way to the basket. None exist right now. Kubai against Siuka, just bullies away inside. Siuka not able to match up.
So physical. There's really nothing you can do.
Oh, Black, quick first step, just blast past Passa. Tempo and the free-flowing nature of the game seems to be increasing here. Xander Lassini, hotly contested, misses the three. I thought she was going to step in for another one then. Hands it back to Verona instead. Shot clock at 5. Inside to Keys. Keys fades away. It's too heavy from Jasmine Keys. Black steps out. Siuka for three, back-to-back triples for Siuka, the 19-year-old, starting
to heat up a little bit.
Starting to get her presence noticed here in Bologna after a tough first game and a difficult first half here. She's now starting to take her place. Timeout call by Coach Capo Bianco. It's 53 to Italy, 34 to Slovenia. You have your phones to hand, do scan the QR code on the screen, download the official EuroBasket Women app. And you talked about it before we came into this second half, those breaking it down into kind of bite-sized chunks, right? The comeback can't be done in one go, so you give yourself minor milestones. Do you feel that they may have hit this first milestone to a certain degree?
Not really. I thought they started out really well, and I thought it was going in that direction, and then it, you know, it is at the end of the day, basketball is always a game of runs, but I still think that there's a chance for them to get back in this game. 4:20 left in this third quarter. They could cut this lead into half. They just really got to bite down and get some stops here. Stops and scores.
They have trailed by 24. That is down to 16. I'm going to take over the optimist part of our partnership right now. Okay, you can be the realist. I'm going to be the optimist for a little bit. And now Slovenia dropping into a 3-2 zone. Interesting move here.
I like this.
And now it moves to a matchup. Wow, I love the use of those fluid defenses that change on a trigger point. Passer on the weak side.
No way!
Beautiful. Passer is having the game of her life right now.
Oh my gosh.
12 points for Passer. 3 from 3 from downtown. Inside to Shepherd. Shepherd with the impossible shot. Almost made the impossible happen. Couldn't quite sneak it over the iron, though. Unbelievable. She could even get the shot away. She will go to the free throw line for 2.
I really do like that Slovenia switched up their defense that last possession out of a timeout, try to show something different. It almost worked. You know, the shot clock was winding down. It's just Passa's feeling it tonight. 3 for 3 from 3.
And how easy is it to react? So, again, not being disrespectful to Passer, she probably didn't feature heavily in the scouting report. How do you react to that in-game when someone that you didn't really see coming steps up and has one of those
I think
games?
If they hit 1, okay, noted. 2, you're like, all right, I can't let, you can't get a third, right?
So now she'll have a lot more focus. Well, she's double teamed on the full court press, so yeah, she'll have a lot more focus. Knocked out of bounds, Lee sits. Italy will hold on to possession, and now you see Slovenia throwing everything in the kitchen sink at Italy. They're playing full court pressure. They started in a zone and switched on the trigger. What looked like the first kind of penetration, they switched back to man. They're really trying to give all the tricks now to try and get themselves back in.
Sometimes you do have to play.
Not again!
Oh my gosh!
It is again! What a game Francesca Passer is having here in Bologna. She is lighting things up on the hardwood right now. A big play, a chance of a 3-point play.
And that is what she's very, very good at, using her speed, getting to the basket. My goodness, she's about to have, if she makes this free throw, she's going to have 15 points in 11 minutes.
She is now, leads all scorers with 15 points. I'd just like to say, Xander Lassini who?
Yeah, right?
That's all I'm saying right now. Come on, Cecilia, time for you to step up. We have a battle on our hands. Lisitz. Down low, Shepherd just bullying. You can see the frustration. She's taking that frustration out now.
Yeah, I think they definitely need to try and get her more touches in the middle of the key.
Passer harassed by Priškovec. Verona waits for the screen. Attacks, long 2, Costanza Verona. It's literally an automatic for her on that play. If people go under or miss the assignment on that screen.
Especially when it's a low screen, you can't go under that. You always have to jam it up and go with.
Either that or push the screen high,
yep.
right? Olisic now looking for options as the Italian players collide. Siuka with her third triple of the game. Aisha Siuka starting to show why so much hype has been behind her over the last couple of years.
Yeah, was recently drafted into the WNBA.
Chicago picking her with the 10th pick this year. We're going to see Friškovec come out of the game as we see that shot drop. Back into the action comes Zvanovic. Italy will make a change as Pan comes in and Xander Lassini goes to the bench. Pan now once again on the floor, gives it Verona to Madeira. She comes up right. Shot the ball well yesterday, not found her form just yet, Madeira here. Oh, that is a tough play. Olisic grabs the offensive rebound. Second attempt for Svanovic, but both attempts not quite right.
I think Slovenia could have been a little bit more patient in that possession.
Pass down low, and Albisandre won't get it to roll this time. Everything but the finish was done with perfection. Foul will be called on Pasa. That's her second foul of the game.
Yeah, I think right now you got to go to the hot hand and Siuka try and get her a shot or go inside to Shepard.
Out of the game. Heads Olisic as well as Sambolish. O'Black and Jelin's come in for Slovenia. Siuka at the line for two. The first is good, and part of that golden generation really for Slovenia, alongside Patelmi, under 18 Women's EuroBasket 2023 gold medalist, against the odds as well. A huge amount of talent in that year.
I'd say the future is bright for Slovenia.
It is. You almost feel that you just wish Teo Black was maybe 3 or 4 years younger, and she could be a bigger part of that growth trajectory.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the older. I don't want to say older ladies. I don't think she's that old, but.
If you're not careful, I'll give you your mobile number. She'll get your cell number, and yeah, you'll be getting some abusive WhatsApp. Hey. Shepard knocks it out of bounds. No, it's off the leg, I think, of Andre. Verona will come out as Trimboli comes in for Italy.
I think O'Black is still good. She could still play 3 or 4 years if she really wanted to.
Yeah, she's one of those players that certainly takes her fitness very, very seriously. Inside to Shepard. Shepard looking to go to work. Double team collapses on her. She draws the foul off Madeira. Madeira maybe just joining the action a little late. And a final warning to coach Capo Bianco. It's quite difficult to get your final warning while sitting down. Coach Capo Bianco has managed to do it. So I don't know if he'll take that as a feather in his cap, but it certainly isn't an easy thing to do, I don't think.
It's actually impressive.
First is no good for Shepard, and she, from her body language, just isn't enjoying the game here tonight. She's 2 from 5 from the free throw line.
I think it's been very physical for her, and rightly so. Since last game, she did have 25 and 18. I think Italy's done a really good job making sure that somebody is on her at all times.
Yeah, it's been relentless the way they've switched on her. Here comes Pasa again. It's off the foot of Andre, but they'll recover possession. Coach Capo Bianco screaming slow down to his team. Trimboli back to Pan. Pan has it stripped away, and she'll kick it out of bounds. But yeah, with the situation with Shepherd, what I think has really worked is they've kept rotating. So it's Andre, then it's Pan, then it's Kubai, then it's Keys, and it's always fresh bodies leaning on her, pushing her, and that's been the difficulty. Shepherd will come out as we see Lisic's come back in. Slovenia looking to get Shepherd an extended break over the third quarter.
Well, I think normally Lisic's would be participating, be contributing a little bit more offensively. You know, I think she averaged, what, 17 points in the qualifiers, so...
Yeah, 0 today is killer.
It's tough to swallow, so when you have two post players that are dominant, that definitely takes the pressure off of one. So I think it's been very difficult for Shepherd tonight.
Timeout's going to be called by Slovenia. It's 61-46, 9.2 seconds left in this third quarter. Slovenia aren't going to be criticised for the effort they've put in. It's just not been executed at the level maybe it needed to be.
They're trying, though.
Immediately. Okay? We want good screens to take the ball. If she cannot take the ball, then 5 will do this and she will take the ball. Okay? And then wait. I want you to spread the floor with Jessica. Anyway, she will catch the ball, Jessica. And on the last 3 seconds, you play one-on-one. Okay? Okay, if you can go to the middle, even better. When she starts, you see the time, make flare screen or change positions to the other guys, okay?
Courtside, another familiar face, Jorge Garbajosa, the FIBA Europe president, sitting alongside Kamil Novak and many other dignitaries here in Bologna. As the women's game goes from strength to strength, Francesca Pan there with a hell of a black eye. Didn't see that one, but
I did not,
clearly missed it. I suppose that's what you get when you have to play defense against Jessica Shepherd, maybe. I don't know.
Man.
9.2 seconds left in this quarter. 7 seconds on the shot clock for Slovenia. A long inbound to Shepherd. She goes up against Andre, drives inside, will draw the foul off Pan, who comes across on the help.
I'd say that's almost textbook as to what they wanted out of that timeout. They wanted to go to Jessica Shepherd. She did a great job attacking the rim and getting to the free throw line.
Shuka will come out of the game as Jelens comes in. We're also going to see Sambolic replace O'Black. Two of the starting 5 getting a little bit of maybe an extra breather in the break. Shepherd at the line for 2. 3 from 6 so far this evening. Gets her 7th attempt to drop. 14 points for her now.
Still only 3 rebounds.
And no offensive boards at all.
I think that's been the biggest difference for them tonight.
2 from 2 for the first time for Shepherd from the free throw line. Takes her personal tally up to 15. Joint leading scorer alongside Francesca Passa. Passa now will draw the foul. Sambolic. Slovenia have a foul to give. Coach Capobianco is going to challenge this one, saying it's an unsportsmanlike foul. I do think that there is a question there, as Sambolic was behind the player and kind of just shoved her in the back. Passer had passed her. Excuse the pun. And yeah, it was a desperate shove, really.
Number 33,
oh, no.
And Coach Capobianco is going to run a coach's challenge. He is asking them to review this play to see if the foul should be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul. So the officials will head straight over to the review screen. Let's listen in to hear what they have to say.
initial decision is personal foul. So okay, normal, main camera full speed, please. Please not from slow motion. Let's start from normal speed. Okay, and now normal speed. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so to me it's normal reaching to the ball, normal basketball play. We stay with the initial decision. Okay. So let's check the time. When you whistle, can we have a see the clock? 3.4. 3.2, sorry, 3.2.
3.2, normal
Yeah.
foul, 3.2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we put 3.2 on the
Okay,
game clock?
the original call will stand, a regular foul. No unsportsmanlike foul. So it will just be a sideline ball for Italy. Slovenia still have a foul to give as well. 3.2 seconds left in the quarter. Foul off the ball, that could be a technical. Is it an offensive foul though, an illegal screen? Where are we? No, it is Ivanovic. So it will be a sideline ball. And that is the final foul to give. And there's still 3.2 seconds left on the
Did
third
any time
quarter
go
clock.
off the clock?
Ball didn't even get inbounded. Trimboli to Andre. Is she going to get it away? Awkward looking shot. Almost got it to go. I don't know how that happened.
She wasn't even looking at the basket.
Hell of an attempt, but that is the end of the third quarter here in Bologna. Italy well and truly still in the driving seat, but this one is not over. A 13-point deficit. It's Italy 61, Slovenia 48. 10 minutes left for Slovenia to rescue their EuroBasket Women 2025. Here are the shooting stats from the first three quarters. Italy's numbers still look impressive.
Yeah, they do. I think the biggest number for me right now that stands out is the quarter number, the quarter scores, to be honest. Second quarter, Slovenia really struggled, only scoring 5 points tonight. In the third, they're plus 10, 26 to 16. So it's kind of the same story. This happened in the first quarter for them last game against Lithuania. They can't slack off. You can't take anything.
That's the thing, at this level, it's not a 30-minute game.
Yeah.
It's a 40-minute game. You have to be at your peak or as close as you can be for the full 40 minutes. And like you say, Slovenia so far have played 30 minutes yesterday, have played 20 out of the 30 today, and will have to have a huge final 10 minutes now.
They have to have a huge fourth quarter.
It's not out of the question, though. They position themselves nicely, just trailing by 13 at this stage, but they are going to have some big, big plays. Siuka hitting some threes in that quarter will give them some hope. They've obviously got Frišković as well, who can light it up from outside. If Oblak can find even a tenth of her real potential and quality, maybe that will be enough. Italy will be wary, though.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think it was a very great quarter for Siuka. She had 10 points or 11 points that quarter.
She hadn't scored going into the quarter.
It was her first field goal, right, in that quarter.
Yeah.
So I think she will come into this quarter with more confidence. She should get more looks. Shepard still needs to continue to attack. I mean, anything can happen in 10 minutes.
10 more minutes left here in game day 2, Group B here in Bologna. EuroBasket Women 2025. Kubai in the low block against Jelits. Going to work, strong move. Foul's going to be called on Jelits.
Kubai is just so strong inside, very patient, using all those crab dribbles to get closer to the basket. I thought that was pretty good defense, if I'm being honest.
When you have that kind of height advantage and wingspan advantage, but you don't have the strength advantage.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough. You have to go straight up, though. You can't. And tall players, I'm just as guilty, and I don't even consider myself tall. we have a tendency to, to put your hands forward and you think you're going straight up, but you're not.
But it's also difficult when someone like Kubai of her strength hits you in your middle.
Oh, yeah. Just kind of, you're right. You know what? I didn't think
you
about
flinch and your arms go forward. You're not going to get hit by someone that strong and stay straight up.
Yeah.
Right? It is difficult.
Takes your breath away.
And Kubai plays into that clearly. It's a smart way to deal with that situation, although she does miss that second free throw. 14-point ball game. Slovenia needing to put in their best 10 minutes of basketball of the tournament so far. Shepherd, spinning move, and Shepherd finding more joy when she's attacking the basket now rather than in the post.
Yeah, I think when she's not getting the offensive rebounds, she's got to look to attack from the high post, and that's exactly what she just did.
Xander Lassini kicks it out. Pan wide open on the wing. High rebound. Yelin scoops it in. O'Black waits for the screen from Yelins. The lane opens up. O'Black doesn't need 2 invites. Gets herself to the bucket and scoops it off the glass for 2. It's a 10-point game.
Let's go.
The Italian crowd here in Bologna sitting a little stunned right now.
This is exactly what happened last night.
Santucci kicks it across to Pan. Pan has to throw up a prayer right now. The Italian team have no answers. Foul called. It will be a baseline ball.
Oh, right there, I see it. Svivanovic got her.
Yeah,
Svivanovic
called for the foul. That's her 3rd foul. I think we've also got a coach's challenge from Coach Dikiolakos for 2 possessions earlier.
Oh, interesting.
Unsportsmanlike foul, I think. I just saw the coach's challenge sign go up. Xander Lassini in conversation with the officials, shaking her head as she walks away. The officials are in discussion. They will go to review to see if they've missed an unsportsmanlike foul on the challenge from Coach Dikiolakos. This could be a huge, huge call.
We are going to review that contact met criteria of act of violence. 9-10. Okay, so what you see?
For me, number 9 white grab without the ball the opponent. So this contact is the criteria for unsportsmanlike.
Okay, but for you, is it excessive contact? To me, it's
Try to go, she grab with the hand. It's not normal basketball play. Can you show the first camera, the main one? Here. Go back, and then you go. 1.
okay. So we have, yes. So we have number 9, unsportsmanlike foul, 5, 2 shots and possession to blue.
No, it's act of violence. So we have shots for number 5 blue, and then we continue with the game.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
On the baseline. Okay?
Yeah.
You show?
No, you show.
Huge call from the officials now. Unsportsmanlike foul whistled on Cecilia Xander Lassini, pulling, I think, on the arm of, was it Yelins, I think?
No, I think it was...
or was it Savanovic? Yeah, it was Savanovic. Yeah, she's heading to the line for 2, and Slovenia will get possession as well. They trail by 10.
This could be huge.
This could be as much as a 5-point swing. This could be down to a 2-possession ball game.
Well, they can make their free throws.
Still could be down to a 2-possession ball game. Hits the second. It's a single-digit lead. Remember, Italy led this game by 24 points. Coach Capobianco is being put through the ringer yet again by his team. Santucci. Foul. Is a foul going to be called? I think it is. A foul's going to be called on Selenovic, I think. Or is it Yelling?
First foul.
Oh, Frišković is called for the foul. The Slovenia bench screaming for a double dribble. Out of the game comes Pan, back in comes Keys.
It'd be huge if Slovenia could get a stop this possession.
Zandalasini tries to find a way through. Santucci, step back three. Comes up short, to pull at that a little. And the Italian body language has completely changed in the last 2 minutes.
Is it not deja vu? This is what happened last night.
It really does feel like the Italian team are, yeah, a bit of a Groundhog Day situation. Double screen for O'Black. Will draw the blocking foul off Trimboli.
I think O'Black got lucky there. She forgot that Santucci was right behind her.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would intentionally try and split the defenders
Yeah,
that way with a crossover.
Woo.
A 9-point ball game, 7:52 left on the clock. I was worried that this game was going to be the one that let us down and wasn't close.
Yeah.
It has once again delivered here in Group B. O'Black for three.
Oh!
That is a time to wake up. Teo O'Black, the Slovenian captain, comes to life.
Huge, huge basket by the captain.
What a play, Teo O'Black. What a time to step up. It is a 6-point ball game, an 18-point swing here in Bologna. The Italian fans are stunned.
Maybe they're kind of quiet. They don't know what to do.
Exceptionally so.
I wonder if Slovenia is going to drop into that zone again.
Verona, ball in hand. Keys, short corner two, in and out.
Wow.
Even Jasmine Keys isn't getting it to roll. That's one of her spots on the floor. Double screen for O'Black.
Oh my goodness.
On the floor, everyone's after it. Foul's going to be called. Who's that on? Is it Trimboli?
I think it's...
It is.
Oh, is it?
Yep. That was a flip of a coin between Lisic
That was,
and
I thought it was,
Trimboli.
exactly. I thought they were going to call it on Lisic.
I think the crowd thought so as well, as we now hear the wolf whistles and the boos ringing down onto the officials. Second foul on Trimboli. Both teams 3 team fouls this quarter, so we could see a lot of free throws coming. Zvanovic back to O'Black. O'Black, mid-range two, in and out. Shepherd chasing it. It's off.
Oh my goodness.
Kubai, it will be a Shepherd. It will be a Slovenia ball, or will it? Officials having a discussion. Here's the replay for your eyes only. Oh, I'm not even trying to call that one.
Yeah.
They have reversed the call, though. It will be Italian ball on the baseline.
I don't even know, like sometimes these referees, their eagle eyes are so impressive. Like.
Verona now up over the half. Almost thrown away. Trimboli having to fight hard just to get some space to receive the pass. Zandalasini. Knocked away. Lisic with a quick read of the passing lane. O'Black blast down the floor against Verona. Will draw the foul. Ends up in photographer row. Almost ends up heading down the player's tunnel. She went so far off the baseline. Look at the strength, though, as she muscles her way to the basket.
Strength and the speed. She really turned the Jets on.
Oh, Black heading to the line for 2 shots. 6 from 8 so far this evening. 13.8 assists. Misses the free throw. Just 16 from 23 now, Slovenia. Under 70% from the free throw line. Unbelievably, Italy have only had 8 free throws in the game.
Well, they were shooting, what, 50% from 3 at one point?
Gets the second to go. It's a 5-point ball game with 6.5 minutes to play. Hot hand Siuka comes back into the game as Svanovic heads out. Timeout's going to be called by Italy. Coach Capobianco cannot be happy right now. His team's 24-point lead is just down to 5. In a coaching situation like this, where it has shifted so seismically, how do you approach that? Is it with anger? Is it with compassion? What's the go-to in this situation?
I mean, I think it depends on the team, and you have to know your players and have to know how they respond to things. I think as a former player, the player should be in your face. Your captain, another teammate. I was that person. Hey, like, we need to wake up. Like, what's going on here? We're better than this. We're beating ourselves. And then, you know, the coach can come in with finesse. Or if it's vice versa, the coach comes in super aggressive. You got to have a player on the court that's going to, okay, we're good. We still got it. Let's not panic. So it just kind of depends. It's got to be like a little ebb and flow with the coaching staff.
Within that Italian team, who would you say that player is, though? Who is that
to get in the face?
Yeah, that's coming up to you and going, it's not good enough. We've got to be better.
I honestly don't know.
And that's, I agree.
I really have no idea.
Potentially is the problem of why you're seeing these big leagues.
I think so. I think you might be right.
Xander Lassini is clearly their leader with regards to quality, but I don't think she's that extrovert.
Yeah, I would agree.
You know, for me, I'd almost maybe say Verona.
I think Verona has the capability of doing it.
But she does it in a soft, more friendly way than that aggressive manner. So, yeah, that might be part of the reason the Italian team don't have that player who does confront their teammates and hold them accountable so harsh. Well, a big 6.5 minutes left here. Don't go anywhere. Bologna keeps delivering the goods. Xander Lassini, Kubai, Keys cutting strong, missing the shot though, and Shepherd scoops up her 5th rebound of the game. I'd almost have my money on Shepherd still getting a double-double here today.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time left.
Inside to Shepherd, goes to work off the glass, gets the roll. We are down to a one-possession ball game.
This is crazy. This half has been, what, 36 points? So far for Slovenia and 17 for Italy.
What a final quarter. Slovenia now in a 3-2 zone. Trimboli in and out. Where's the rebound? Verona fights on the floor. Jump ball, possession arrow, favors Slovenia.
What are your thoughts on having a traditional jump ball on jump instead of possession arrows? Have that trickle over into the world of FIBA.
I kind of like traditional jump balls,
really?
But that's because I'm probably of an age where that was... I still like the one-on-one. Do you remember the one-on-one in FIBA ball?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You have to hit your first free throw to get your second free throw. When
absolutely.
It's I'm still a fan of that, but I'm way too archaic. I'm way too old school. Okay, Black now turns the corner. Siuka for 3.
Get out of here!
Siuka!
Oh my gosh!
Stand up and take the plaudits. Aisha Siuka has come to ball in Bologna.
This crowd is absolutely stunned right now.
She has tied the game here, 62 apiece with 5 minutes and 15 seconds to play.
Oh my gosh!
Low post. Kubai wrestling away to the basket. Frišković breaks it up. What a play there. Where was this Slovenia in the first half? Siuka hands it back. Lisits attacks the basket. Feeds Shepherd but spills away. Verona. Frenetic basketball here right now.
I think that was the right read by Lisa. She was just a second late trying to get that ball inside to Shepard.
Shot clock down to 8. Trimboli. Keys at the top for 3.
Yes! Let's go!
Gets the crowd on their feet and retakes the lead for Italy.
My goodness, they desperately needed that bucket. They had so many shots go in and out.
What a play by Jasmine Keys. She shows no emotion, none whatsoever. It's business as usual for Jasmine Keys, but that business as usual has that hit a reset button for Italy.
She's cool as a cucumber and 3 for 3 from downtown. She's shooting better from 3 than she is from 2.
Unbelievable. What a game we've had.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely unreal. 14-4 in this final quarter.
Yeah, and in the second half, like I said earlier, it's now 39-20 for Slovenia. What a crazy turnaround. So I'm saying, like, you might go into half down 20. It is never, ever over.
And now everyone will see why I begged to be in Bologna. Literally begged for the Bologna group. And this is why I did. Every game is dynamite, absolute dynamite. And this game, well, it's probably at the top of the charts right now with regards to the 3 that we've had before and now this game. This is the one that is unbelievable.
Wow.
Italy had a 24-point lead. And it only feels like a couple of minutes ago they had that 24-point lead as well. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Italy lead by 3. Slovenia have to win to keep their hopes of progression alive. If Italy win, they and Lithuania will progress to the quarterfinals from Group B. Shot goes up. Shepard, big rebound. Foul's going to be called. It's on the floor. Italy are in the penalty, though, so Shepard will be going to the free throw line.
That's her first offensive rebound for the evening, which is insane, because yesterday she had 7 and 18 total.
Another strong play. Italy have received their flop warning as well. Shepard at the line, 5 from 8 so far this evening.
Again, when you look at the free throws, they've missed 7 free throws. Add that to their score, different, slightly different
game.
Yeah.
Shepard now up to 20 points and 6 rebounds, leads all scorers. Misses the second, though. Where's the rebound? It's fallen to Verona. She kicks it out of bounds. It will be Slovenia ball.
Wow.
And everything that could go wrong for Italy right now is going wrong. You would have said the same for Slovenia in the first half. In this fourth quarter, Italy cannot buy any good fortune.
No, sometimes it's just the way the cookie crumbles in the game of basketball.
O'Black. Sits for 3, she pulled at it. She could tell straight away. Oh no, she hasn't. Hold on to the pass from O'Black though. Lisic's having a tough game, hasn't scored a point this evening.
Xander Lassini has actually been pretty quiet in the second half.
They've been far more physical with her in the second half. Slovenia still sitting in a zone of sorts. Inside to Keys. Keys trying to find a way to pass it in. It's not there. She throws a heave up. Verona with an offensive rebound.
Huge rebound for Italy.
Amongst the trees. Costanza Verona. Pulls up. Mid-range 2. Money in the bank. Money in the bank for Verona.
That's like a layup for her.
Shepard now hands it away. Friškovets, offensive foul called on Jessica Shepard. An illegal screen. Here's the replay. Unless she puts that leg out.
Ooh.
Official calling her for extending the leg outside of her cylinder. Italy now, maybe the time for Lady Luck to shine on them. Slovenia still sitting in this zone. Verona trying to find a way through. Italy struggling to break this zone down. Shot clock down to 3. Verona's going to have to heave it. No, Keys does. It's high arcing. It's not there. Xander Lassini reaches to the roof for the rebound. Verona for 3. That's an air ball. Keys this time. Knocked out of bounds by Slovenia. Italian ball on the baseline. Xander Lassini and Trimboli both exhausted near the half. Italian ball on the baseline, 2:37 to play. Italy lead by 4.
It's a huge rebound by Xander Lassini. It's so important to crash the boards and try and give your team another chance.
Inside to Keys. Foul's going to be called on Jessica Shepherd. Her 3rd foul of the game. Both teams in the penalty. Keys heading straight to the free throw line.
I wonder if there was a little bit of miscommunication there for Slovenia. On the defensive end, that was a little too easy.
First trip to the free throw line tonight for Keys. She was 50% yesterday from the charity stripe. Misses the first. Fatigue and pressure playing their part.
She should just shoot it from 3.
Just step back.
Yeah.
Rolls home the second. Still a 2-possession ball game. Ooh. Shepherd now gets it back. Lee-6 for 3.
There we go.
A time to hit your first shot of the game.
Oh my
Lee-6.
gosh. Shooters have to keep shooting when they're struggling, and she did just that and hit a huge 3 to put them down 2.
Xander Lassini this time, too heavy. Shepherd with the rebound. Foul's going to be called, I think, on O'Black, holding. Was it Keys or was it Xander Lassini?
No, I think it was on Keys. Or she was holding Keys. Let's see here.
Yeah, it is Keys. She was just getting some updates from Coach Capobianco.
I think these little smaller guards, they get in trouble when they're trying to box out, wrapping their hands around.
Get a bit handsy.
Yeah, instead of, you're not going to out-jump them. You just play face-to-face and try to push them out that way.
First is good for Keys. A 3-point ball game. Can she extend it out to 4? No, she can't. She remains 50% from the line. Siuka now advances it up over the half. Traveling violation on Friskovic.
That's tough.
Coach Nikiolakos, head in hands.
Oh, yeah.
Great call by the officials. That is a very difficult call, but she did have a little bunny hop in the middle.
She sure did.
Under 2 to play. Italy lead by 3. Italia ringing out from the fans here in Bologna. Xander Lassini hands it back to Verona. Trimboli out to Xander Lassini. She steps in, drops it inside.
Big bucket.
Kubai for the 2. O'Black now. Short corner 2. That's short. A rash decision by Teo Black, rushing things when she didn't need to. Trimboli will draw the foul. O'Black will pick up her 3rd foul.
Yeah, a little uncharacteristic of O'Black. I thought she could have been a little bit more patient that last possession.
Both defensive and offensively, a little bit rash in her decision-making has cost her team dearly there. Both good from the line. Trimboli her first points of the game. Timeout has been called by Coach Stigiolakis. Slovenia trail by 7. 1 minute and 10 seconds left. They are on the brink of elimination. What tricks does Coach Stigiolakis have up his sleeve right now? Because he's going to need some magic.
I'm sure he's got some tricks up his sleeve. You know, he's very good at what he does. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for a quick 2 with Shepard, something inside, or possibly to get to the free throw line. Or he's got shooters right now. So you've got Siuka, who's hit a couple threes.
Lisic's just hit her first bucket of the game.
Yes, exactly. So he can do it just about anything at this point.
In this second half, he has a lot of offensive options that he didn't have in the first.
Absolutely.
So, yeah definitely has the firepower to get them back in this game in a minute and 10.
It begs the question, like, this is a completely different team from the second half to the first half. So where were they?
Absolutely. Questions to be answered, but right now, 1 minute and 10 potentially left of their EuroBasket women's campaign. Italy will just have to show some composure on both ends of the floor now.
Yes, absolutely. You want to play straight up. You don't want to foul. You don't want to stop the clock. You just got to play solid defense. Worst case scenario, you switch. You know?
Baseline ball now for Slovenia. There is your energy tracker. The starting 5 for Slovenia have played an awful lot of minutes. I think that's what you can take away from that graphic. O'Black now brings it up over the half. The clock drips down and it's knocked away. O'Black again with another mistake. She really hasn't been in the game mentally either yesterday or today. Very rare for someone of Teo Black's experience and quality. Verona's just going to run around in circles for 24 seconds. No need to take a shot. Why would you foul at this stage? I suppose you're sending them to the line. There's no fouls to give, but why not foul at the beginning of the shot clock
to give you more time,
18 seconds in?
That's just lack of awareness, I think.
And Keys at the line for 2. Not the best free throw shooter, so maybe not the worst foul in the world, but she hits the first of her 2, the reverse commentator curse. Joint leading scorer for Italy now is Jasmine Keys with 15 points.
And Pasa, we really haven't seen at all this second half, and she was fantastic for them in the first half.
Keys heads to the bench on the back of those 2 free throws. O'Black knows that she has to play with some pace now. Lisic won't take the 3, probably should have. O'Black will take the 3 at the top, that's off right. And the ball falls out of bounds, very much like Slovenia's chances of progressing right now. They are hanging on by a thread in EuroBasket Women 2025. Trimboli. Foul's going to be called on Teo Black. Her 4th. Trimboli will go to the line for 2. She's 2 from 2 so far today. And here comes the killer curse from me. She hasn't missed one in either game. I do apologise in advance to all of my Italian friends.
It's a good disclaimer.
A sigh of relief. She hits the first, and Italy back out to double digits. Surely that's enough to secure Italy a spot in the quarterfinals. They didn't make it in 2023. They finished 9th. They will be guaranteed a top 8 finish if they can close out the win here. It looks like they're going to. The Italian fans are on their feet. Celebrations can now begin here in Bologna as they will be headed to Athens. They have secured themselves a spot in the quarterfinals. Coach Capobianco has done a mastermind of a job here. Slovenia, on the other hand, and Coach Dikiolakis will have to go back to the drawing board as they can no longer progress. It's Lithuania and Italy that will progress, as our final score is Italy 77, Slovenia 66. So many smiles on the faces of the Italian players, disappointment and frustration on the faces of the Slovenian players. Italy led by 24 points, and you have to give credit to Slovenia. They got it back to a tied ball game.
Absolutely. It begs the question, where was this in the first half, or even for the entire game? If you ask me, they played solid.